And my name's Abraham. We're doing 7 laps in this beautiful Ferrari F8 Tributo. With this car, we have over 700 horsepower. I will let you know, like I just told you, it's a little bit on the heavier side. You definitely feel it in the corners. But because this car is also turbocharged, smooth throttle, smooth hands. Ferrari specifically, they're very light in the nose. So from the middle to the exit of the corner, if you're too anxious on the throttle, it'll actually take away the grip. Be patient, be smooth. You're gonna find a lot more traction, just like on a bike. The mirrors are for me. I'll take care of anything comes up behind us. If we need to let someone by, I'll let you know. My hand goes on the wheel, lights go on. Once they pass, my hand comes off, hazard lights are off, track is yours. If we need to pass someone, wait for the slower car to show us their hazard lights, then my hand goes on the wheel and we drive around them.
Okay.
Beyond that, do you want to do paddle shifting or automatic?
I'll do the paddles.
Excellent. Right hand's up shift, left hand's down shift.
All
I'll
right.
verbally remind you when to shift to make it easier. Any questions before we start moving?
Nope.
If you're ready, push your brake down, up shift once, forward and to the left. Stop here. We got about 3 cars coming by. 1, 2, and 3. Have you gone out to Laguna Seca yet?
No, my car is way too loud for Laguna Seca.
Oh,
Just idling, they probably be like, yeah, you have to go home.
put a cheater pipe on it. All the way out to the green cone. Upshift. Left here. Straight line through out to the green turning cone. Off the throttle, look to the right, take us into the apex, tight to the right. Accelerate out to the left, nice and smooth, accelerating. Upshift. Upshift. Brake hard, brake harder. Downshift once, off the brakes, down to the apex cone, tight to the bottom. Smooth power. A little bit of throttle is what's pushing us out. Upshift. Brakes, brake hard, downshift, apex to the right, came in a little hot, wait for it, up to the right, accelerate, brakes, off the brakes to the green cone, tight, come over the hill to the right, let it out to the right, back to the left, brake straight, brake hard, downshift, pass on the right, light to the right, tighter, accelerate smooth out to the middle, accelerating, upshift, back to the right side, off the throttle, turn to the left, turn more, accelerate, brake straight, off the brakes, apex on the right, accelerate out to the left, nice and smooth, all the way out to the left, upshift, brake hard, downshift twice, off the brakes, apex on the bottom, tighter, smooth power, out to the green exit cone, upshift, brakes, brake harder, downshift, off the brakes, apex, look up the hill, hug the right side, smooth power, balance to the right, brake straight, tight to the left, come over to the right, accelerate, back to the left, brake straight, brake hard, off the brakes, slow hands, all the way, and stay off the throttle, turn more, now accelerate, power, back to the right side, upshift, off the throttle, turn, accelerate, brake straight out to the green, downshift, off the brakes, apex tight, accelerate. Accelerate more, out to the left. Upshift. Upshift. Brake hard. Brake harder, downshift twice. Off the brakes. Down to the bottom green cone. Find your exit cone up top. Came out wide. Accelerate. Upshift. Brakes. Downshift. Off the brakes. Apex. Look up the hill. Hug the right side. Accelerate smooth. Stay on the right, brake early, off the brakes, green cone, tight, no throttle, out to the right, accelerating. Back to the left side, brake straight, brake hard. Find your apex cone on the right, get all the way to the apex cone. Let it out, accelerating. Bring it back, nice and smooth. Upshift, off the throttle, turn, accelerate. Brakes out to the green, downshift. Off the brakes, all the way, tight to the right. Out to the left, accelerating, power. Upshift, brake hard, downshift twice, off the brakes, down to the apex, tight to the bottom, tighter, accelerate, let it out, full power, upshift, brakes, brake hard, brake way harder, downshift, to the right, off the brakes, up to the right, back to the right side, brake early, off the brakes, green cone, tight, 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 let it out to the right, let it out, back to the left, brake straight, brake hard, all the way out, off the brakes, all way back in. Less throttle. Now accelerate. Let it out. Back to the right side. Off the throttle. Turn. Accelerate. Accelerate. Brake straight. Brake hard. Downshift. Apex. Tight. Out to the left. Accelerate. Full power. Upshift. 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 Brake hard. Downshift twice. Off the brakes. Down to the green. Tight to the bottom. Out to the left green cone. Accelerate. Upshift. Brakes. Brake hard. Downshift. Apex. Off the brakes. Look up the hill to the right. Accelerate smooth. Stay on the right. Brake. Oh, brake late. Let it out to the right. Accelerate. Back to the left. Brakes. Look to the right. Get all the way in. Tight to the right. Tighter. Less throttle. Now accelerate. Power. Back to the right. Off the throttle. Turn. Accelerate. Brakes out to the green. Get all the way out there. Off the brakes. Turn all the way in. There we go. Accelerate out to the left. Get it out there. Upshift. 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 Brake hard. Downshift twice. Off the brakes. Down to the bottom. Tight to the green. Out to the left. Accelerate. Upshift. Brakes. Downshift. Off the brakes to the apex. Up to the right. Hug the right side. Remember, brake early. Off the brakes. Tight to the green. Tighter. Let it out to the right. Let it out. Pass on the right. Brakes. Brake hard. Off the brakes. All the way in. Tight to the right. Let it out to the middle. Accelerate. Back to the right side. Off the throttle. To the left. Accelerate. Brake straight out to the green. All the way out. Off the brakes. All the way in. Throttle. Out to the left. Upshift. Upshift. Brake hard. Downshift twice. Off the brakes. Down to the bottom. Tight to the green. Tight. Let it out to the left. Accelerating. Full power. Upshift. Brakes. Brake hard. Downshift. Find the apex. Look up the hill. Hug the right side. Back to the right. Accelerate. Brake early. Off the brakes. Tight. 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 Let it out to right. Let it out. There we go. Brake straight, slow it all down on the left side. That's 7 laps. You're going to exit course to the left. Follow the blue line. There's Sancho right there. In there. Right here. Exit lane. To the right. Slow it down. To the left here. Straight ahead along the way wall. How'd you like it, man?
Good. Very balanced, I feel like. The grip is just there.
It's decent, I'll tell you that much. I was surprised. I mean, it's a heavy car. You can feel the weight, but I'm surprised how neutral the feeling is.
Yeah, like the weight transfer is really good. It's almost scary with the brakes, like, oh. Like, what are these cover ceramics?
No, steel.
Okay.
Number 2. Here we are. Pull both shifters in at the same time. Foot off the brake. So the only thing I can really knock you on, you might have noticed it. How I gave you the heads up ahead of time, Ferrari's the front end's light. You get on the throttle, it creates understeer. I mean, with the speeds we're pushing out here, it's even the slightest sense. This car is, in the end, it's a mid-engine Ferrari, and all the mid-engine Ferraris from this, the 48, the Pista, all the way down, they all drive like that. And that comes from that front engine road drive experience where you kind of need the throttle to put the back down to really help rotation. But with the GT2, I probably wouldn't advise that type of throttle position, just because with that type of car, the rear end, it's 4-wheel steering. The right tires go right, the rear tires are also going right. So when you give it too much throttle, it'll actually begin to understeer, same thing. So definitely, I think Mark's taking you on that. Wait for Mark, he'll guide you through that,
Okay.
No worries. But overall, your driving was really solid. I'm sure you noticed we blew by everyone on track, made it look silly, so that's always good. When you're done, if you want to see how well you did, turn that in. When you turn in, ask for the preview.
Okay.